New at 5, Fox 23 Sarah Whaley was the first local reporter to talk with those courageous women. She's reporting live now with their message, Sarah.
Yeah, Clay, they say they certainly are glad that this man is going to make it. He's in the hospital, but he is going to be okay. They say they never wanted to kill him. They just wanted him to stop.
He just keeps coming and he just keeps coming and he just keeps coming.
It was as though Tina Ring was living that horrifying moment all over again. A robbery suspect trying to wrestle away her gun. And when he finally got it,
I saw him reach over the counter and pull the trigger.
But it had no bullets left because this mother made sure of it.
I'm grateful for her and I love her. She's my angel.
We first showed you this surveillance video on Fox 23 News last week. The women say they thought suspect Tyrone Lee was gone after the robbery, when in reality, a malfunction with the magnetic doors at the store had locked him inside with them.
We just ducked
to take cover.
And then I saw his shotgun in his face. And then that's when I pulled the first round.
Ring shot the suspect several times in the next few seconds. After that is when the suspect went for Ring's gun. It was during that fight that Ring's daughter, Ashley Lee, shot the suspect herself.
When I seen him hit her in the head and her face just go white and her eyes, she had her eyes on me the entire time, and it was like I wanted to help her, and so I didn't want to shoot her and I didn't want to shoot him, but hell, he hurt my mom. So I mean, in her defense, I did what I had to.
You guys saved each other's lives.
Yeah, I know she saved me. This is my hero.
You're my hero.
Yeah, and even more heroism. We now know that Tina's second shot, when she fired it and hit the suspect in this area, it actually made him drop his shotgun right here. So it basically disarmed him. Now, we do know because of evidence now that it did go off when that happened. Here's actually the shotgun shell casing. You can see a picture of it. They actually found that later. You can actually see, too, where it hit the rug right here and the floor. It even dented the floor, and you can see the pellet marks right here on this painted wall. Thankfully, at the time it was dropped and it went off, it was facing this way, so it didn't hit those two women. Reporting live here in East Tulsa, covering news that matters, Sarah Whaley, Fox 23 News.
Fox 23 Sarah Whaley was the first reporter to speak with Lee this afternoon. She's live now with his message for everyone else. Sarah.
Shay, he says the minimal, and I'm telling you, minimal amount of money that he got in all of these robberies, certainly not worth what happened inside of this liquor store, and certainly not worth what he's facing now. Tyrone Lee says the person behind this mask is not the person who he wants to be.
I got problems of my own that I need to work with.
Lee told me on Monday inside the Tulsa County Jail that he has a mental disorder. He says that, along with a drug problem, led to where he is now.
I know that it's wrong. It's wrong, and I would never in my life do that again. And I think God used me as a showing that you can do something wrong, but you also can turn around and make it right.
Lee says he doesn't remember doing all of the robberies he's accused of, but police say they have proof it was him. They say he used this sawn-off shotgun to threaten people at 10 different Tulsa businesses.
If this was you, I've got surveillance video after surveillance video after surveillance video where you take that gun and you are shoving it in people's faces. What do you want to say to them?
I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
He says that especially goes for these two women, Tina Ring and Ashley Lee, who told me they were forced to shoot Lee several times in a fight for their lives at Forest Acres Liquor near 14th and Memorial.
I can't see, man. I really can't see. I can't even eat. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm messing with injuries. I'm messed up for life. I messed myself up for life.
Lee, who is a father of 5, says his only choice now to use this time in jail to try and turn his life around. So, if he does ever get out,
I'd be better for my family, and I'd be good for society.
And I did just speak to both of these liquor store owners. They say they are doing better, taking one day at a time. They say they will be in court later this week when Lee does appear. Reporting live here in East Tulsa, covering news that matters, Sarah Whaley, Fox 23 News.
And Sarah, this is a suspect you've been warning the public about.
Absolutely, Shay. This is the 10th robbery that police believe this guy is connected to. As I step out of the way and give you a look at the scene, and detectives here tonight, we're going to zoom into the window where you can see a bullet hole right there underneath the welcome sign. Now, police believe the suspect that the liquor owner shot, as I said, is the shotgun robber I've been telling you about since January, and also the one I just reported on at 5.
We were going to have dinner, we were going to have lasagna, and so I decided to come over here and get a bottle of wine like I always do.
Frank Garcia says when he showed up to Forest Acres Liquor, he saw this: flashing lights, crime scene tape, and detectives. Garcia is a longtime customer of the liquor store.
And they're good people.
Yeah.
Very good people.
On Thursday evening, Tulsa police say a man armed with a shotgun walked into the store and demanded money.
Yeah, she was talking. She seemed...
Robbery Sergeant Brandon Watkins says the suspect and the woman who owns the store fought, the owner shooting the suspect several times. Watkins says the suspect then dropped his sawed-off shotgun and ran off, later showed up at a hospital.
It does appear that this is going to be the guy that we've been looking for the last couple of weeks. Has done multiple robberies here in Tulsa and as well as up in the county.
Here is surveillance video of one of those robberies, and this is another. Before the shooting on Thursday, I reported that the suspect was connected to 9 different robberies across town, everything from dollar stores to convenience stores. In fact, Watkins says they were out following up on tips looking for the suspect when the shooting happened.
We hope that we can get him in time to keep him from getting in serious trouble like he's in right now. Unfortunately, somebody who was a really good shot got to him first.
And police say the owner went to the hospital with some minor injuries as well. The good news, she is expected to be okay. As we've been talking about, huge case for Tulsa Police. The chief of police was out here tonight. On Fox 23 News at 10, I'm taking a closer look at all of the shotgun robberies. Reporting live here in East Tulsa, covering news that matters, Sarah Whaley, Fox 23 News.
New at 5, Fox 23 staying on top of a developing series of robberies that have police very concerned. Fox 23 was in East Tulsa last night, shortly after detectives say the man who has been robbing multiple places with a sawed-off shotgun hit again. Fox 23, Sarah Whaley has been covering this since early January. Sarah, what have you learned now from police?
Yeah, Clay, police say that they're just not getting the tips that they need from the public on this case. We're going to try again. I showed you this face shot of the guy they finally got. I showed you that on Monday. Take a look, a real close look. Somebody out there, you're bound to know him. A ticking time bomb. Tulsa police say it's just a matter of time before this guy pulls the trigger on that sawed-off shotgun.
You know, it's got a wide pattern. It's going to be hard to miss somebody, even with an accidental discharge.
This is surveillance video from the shotgun robber's latest hit Wednesday night. It happened just after 6 p.m. at Quick Mart near Admiral and Garnett. It just so happens to be Will Gonzalez's favorite store.
They're fast, they're good with the customers.
He, like so many other people, are frustrated that this guy continues to victimize innocent people.
Next time somebody can probably get killed, you know, shot for no reason. I don't think it's right. These are hard-working people, and I think they deserve respect.
I've been covering this case weekly, trying to help police get the suspect identified. They say he's hit in all parts of the city. So far, they've connected him to 9 different robberies, all starting on January 5th. He started with dollar stores and then an auto insurance agency. Then on January 21st, he gravitated to small, locally owned convenience stores, and he's never looked back. I've gone to nearly every single one of these convenience stores that have been hit. A lot of them are owned by the same people. They say they're just ready for this to be over because these workers and so many others don't deserve a sawed-off shotgun in their face. And Tulsa police are now working on all of these cases with the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. That's because one of the robberies actually happened on the Sand Springs-Tulsa line. That's an area where deputies cover. Reporting live here in downtown, covering news that matters. Sarah Whaley, Fox 23 News.
Sarah Whaley reporting live for us with new developments in this investigation, Sarah.
Clay, that video that I'm about to show everybody is the best look at the suspect that Tulsa police say they have had so far. So take a close look, see if you recognize anything. Police say somebody's life could depend on it.
He's playing with the hammer there, and he's got his finger on the trigger.
Police say this video inside of a downtown convenience store shows just how close we are coming to a horrific tragedy.
Like I said, a finger on the trigger with one of those shoves and you've got a murder on your hands of a guy whose only crime was showing up to work. Something that we're terrified is going to happen eventually.
Robbery Sergeant Brandon Watkins says the shotgun robber you see here has now hit at least 6 times all over town at dollar stores, convenience stores, and even an insurance agency. Police say his latest hit was late last week at this Sinclair station near I-244 in Utica. Now on Monday we actually went to the store and talked with the victim. How big was the gun? Can you show me?
Like this, and that's long.
Shah Qureshi says it was terrifying to have the gun pointed at his head.
And then he asked me for open the register. I just opened register.
He says he now realizes he was in shock at the time.
Like you didn't know what to do. You were just kind of like frozen.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to get him caught as soon as humanly possible because every time he does one of these, the danger goes up.
The only good news, Watkins says this is the best look they've had at the suspect yet. Take a close look. Police think someone can recognize those eyes. And police are looking for any leads to run on tonight. So you have a tip, big or small, you don't know if it's right or wrong, just give them a call. They say they will sort it all out. Reporting live here in East Tulsa tonight, covering news that matters. Sarah Whaley, Fox 23 News.